Hello, welcome back. This is a new Sudoku that I've made called Even Odd Double Arrows, and it works in that these two circles on the ends of this line here have to add to the same as the sum of these three cages here. So those two have to add to those two. The two circles on the end of this one have to add up to those two. Two circles there have to add to those two. Those two circles there have to add to that one. So basically the line between the circles has to add up to the circles. So fairly easy. Those two there have to add to that one. These two to those two, etc. So that's the only slightly tricky rule. These are crop key dots, which are in the ratio of 1 to 2. So this cell and this cell have to be either a 1, 2, a 3, 6, a 4, 8. Is there anything else? 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 8. Yeah, that's all. Or 2, 4. Yeah, that was another combination. So that's those ones. This dot here has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some two consecutive numbers of some kind between the white dots. And the only other rule I've added into this puzzle to make it a bit interesting is these shaded squares here, all the ones with shades, even the shade around the circle, they're all even squares, and the other ones are all odd. So that sort of makes the puzzle a bit more fun, I think. I hope, anyway. And there's a link in the description if you'd like to have a go at it yourself. Click on the link and have a go, and come back if you have a problem. I'd like to thank the person who pointed out I made a mistake the first video I did of this, and I didn't include all the possibilities in this cell here when I first started. So that was a very, very silly, easy mistake that I made. So I'm going to do another video for you and hopefully get this one right. So I'll start now, and I will start by just putting in the I might put in all the 2, 4, 6, 8. So I think, and all the even squares to start with. That one wasn't an even one. So if we click on all these together, and those ones, and go 2, 4, 6, 8, it does them all together. That's a handy little tool, that one down there. And I can't, except I'm a complete twit because I clicked 7 instead of 8. 8, there we go, that's better. So easy to make stupid mistakes, isn't it? Okay, I have to be more careful. Alright, now let's look at this one here. Two circles have to add up to that. So we can't have two 2's adding to 2, obviously, and couldn't even have 1's there. We can't have a 2 and a 2 there anyway, even though it does add to 4, because you can't have two cells in this, two 2's in this same region here. So that's not a 4. Now it could be a 6, it could have a 4 and a 2, but then you would need a 3 in there for the 2 to 1 ratio, so it can't be a 6 either, so that has to be an 8. So that's a fairly easy start. Get rid of all these 8s. I've left the red check marks on just to make it simpler and quicker. Now because that's an 8, that has to be a 4 for a 2 to 1 ratio. That gets rid of them, gets rid of that, and gets rid of them. Now over to this one. You can't have a 6 without a 3, so that can't be a 6. You could have 2, 4, or 8, 4, so that's got to be a, whoops, that one's got to be a 4 either way, doesn't it? Because the 2 doesn't go with the 2 or the 8 in a 1 to 2 ratio, so that's got to be a 4. Get rid of that 4, them, and that 4. Don't know which. Oh yes, we do know which one it is. Can't be a 2 because they've got a 2, 6 pair there, so it's actually an 8, 4 there. That gets rid of a few more things. Now we've got a 2, 6 pair there, so they can't be 2, 6. Got a 2, 6 pair there, so that can't be 2, 6, and that can't be 2, 6. What else do we have over here? There's a 2, 6 pair, so that one can't be a 2, 6 in that line. That's about all for the moment. This one here now, these two have to add up to that, so that obviously has to be a 6, not a 2. And they're not a 6, not a 6 there. To add up to 6, they can't be an 8. It's got to be a 2 and a 4. And that one there gave us, that one's a 2. and that's a 6. Therefore that one's 2 4 pair, that one has to be an 8 and not an 8. 2 6 paired there, so we can't have a 2 there. 4 8, can't have 4 8 in here. Get rid of these red marks. What else do we have? There's a 2 6 pair there, so that one has to be the 4 and that one's the 2. Get rid of even a few more things. What else do we have? We've got that one there. We can't do anything else with that at this point. Any other pairs there that I've missed? Possibly is, but if I have, I've missed them. Okay, I think that's all I can see for the moment, so I'll go looking somewhere else for something else. So let's look at these dots here. That one now has to be a 2 to 1 ratio. That has to be a 1 or a 4 with the 2, or a 3 with the 6. That one up there has to be a 1 or a 4, but it can't be a 4 because of that, or a 3 with the 6. This one here has to be a 1. So that's got to be consecutive, so it's going to be a 1 or a 3 to go with the 2, or a 5 or a 6 to go with the 6. Sorry, 5 or not 6, 5 or 7 to be consecutive with the 6. But these two have to add up to there. So if that's a 2 1, oh yeah, I could have 1 1 adding up to 2. If it's a 3, obviously I can't have 3 and something that adds up to 2. So 2 3 is not actually a possibility. 6 5 can go with 1, and 6 7 can't go with anything, so that's not a 7. So we don't know what that one is yet, but that one's definitely a 1 no matter what. Okay, let's add these ones up. Something that adds up to 4 could only be 1 3, and we've got a 1 there now, so it can't be 1 3, it can't be 2 2, so that one's not a 4. So that one's definitely an 8. I'm going to put that in, and now this one up the top is a 4. And that gets rid of these 4s. And 4. And now I've got a 2 6 pair there, so that has to be an 8, not a 2 or a 6. And that one's a 4, that one's an 8, that one's a 4. That's not a 4. Get rid of the 4 8 there, 4 8 there, and the 4 there. Any other pairy things anywhere? Not that I can see. Okay, so what can go in here and here? Two things that add up to 8 would have to be 1 7. It can't be 1 7 or 3 5. Oops, 3 5. 3 5. And obviously you can have 2 6, but they're not odd, so the white squares have all got to be odd. Now that leaves in this box, that 4 6 is a 2 6, so that's got to be a 4, doesn't it? And that leaves us with a 7 and a 9 pair that go there and there. Excuse me. I don't think I can tell which one goes where at this stage. There's another one up here with only two on either side of it, so that can't be a 2. Could be a 6 or an 8 though. Where to now? This one down here. Oh, actually I'll put these ones in. 8 and 4 is 12. They have to be either a 9 3 pair or 7 5 pair. That's a shame they didn't get anything out of that. They both work. What about this one here? 8 and 1 is 9. That would have to be 4 5, which is a possibility. Or 8 and 3 is 11. So that would have to be 4 7. What have we got? Look what we've got here though. 3 5, 1 5, 1 3. That would be a triple 1 5 3. Which means we can't have another 1 or 5 or 3 in this row, which means that can't be a 5, that's got to be a 7. And therefore, 7 or 4 is 11, that has to be a 3, that has to be a 6, and that's now a 2, therefore that's a 1, and that's a 2, and this is giving us quite a few things, which is good. 6, it's a 5 and a 3 now, and also gives us the 9 and the 7. And that 3 there, and that 6, and 6 and 2 for 8. Now that one there is 6, That one there is 2. Get rid of these red ones. And that's 7. Oh, actually that can't be 7, 5 now, so that gets rid of the 5 as well. Okay, where to now? This one down here, maybe. So many different options in this one. You could do it lots of different ways actually. This one has to be 8, so that's got to be, those two add up to 8. So 7 and 1, or 5 and 3. Can't be a 3 there, and there can't be a 3 there. So it's got to be a 7, 1, and the 7 has to go there, and the 1 has to go there. And that leaves us with, onto this row down here, got a 5 and a 9 missing, looks like, I think. 5, 9, 5, 9, yep. Didn't help us one little bit. And this one's got a 3, 5, 9, is it? 1, yep. 3, 5, 9, 3, 5, 9, because we've got 7 and 1. So get rid of that 3. That can go both ways, because that's 5 and 4 is 13, and 8 and 5 is 13. So I don't know which way that's going to go just yet. What about a bit of normal Sudoku? We've got a lot of numbers in here now. What can we do? There's a 1, which takes all of that square there. So that's the only spot a 1 can go in this box. And then we can add these ones up. 6 and 4 is 10, so that's 3. That's got to be a 7. That means there's a 1 in one of those boxes. Actually a 1 and a 5 pair, because we've got all the rest of them. 1, 5 pair. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 9. That's got to be 3, 5, 9 there. What adds up to those two? Oh, obviously it can't be a 9 to add up to 6 or 8, can it? It could be a 5, 1 for 6, or a 3, 5 for 8. So that didn't resolve that very well, did it? Oh, however, we've got a 1, 5 pair there, so that actually can't be a 5. That has to be a 3. Gives us, that one's a 9 and a 3. And that means this has to be a 3. Can't be a 1, it's got to be a 5 to make 8. And it gives us a couple more things here. And that 2 and 8. 6, 2, no 2 there, no 3 there. Now what? So many different ways we could go. We could do these two here. What can they be? They've got to add up to 10 with odd numbers. So you could have 9, 1, which could go there and there. Can you have 7, 3? I can't have a 3 there. Can I have a 3 there? No, I can't have a 3 there. So it's not 7, 3. Is that the only thing with odd numbers? That's the only 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We can only have 3, 7, and 9, 1 to add to 10, so that's got to be 9, 1. Oops, I always do that, click on two boxes together. 9, 1, there we go. Oh, here's a dot I didn't even see earlier. Probably could do the puzzle without it, but that's obviously not a 3, that's got to be a 5. I think I put way too many clues in this puzzle, but anyway, still a bit of fun. 1, 2, it's got to be a 3 or a 7. So that one's a 7, that one's a 3. And it's really just an introduction to learn how these different things work. This one here, 6 and 1, 7, so that has to be 2 and 5 to make 7. Where should we go now? Oh, there's one down there, that's a 9 now, and that's a 5. So to make that work, 5 and 4 is 9, can't be right, that's got to be an 8 and a 4. It resolves all these ones. And those ones. And now take our pick, which will go with this lot here. So this has got to be 1. We've got the 3, 5, 7, 9. Well, that one's got to be the 9. That one's the 7. That's the 1. That's the 5. That was easy. I didn't even need to add the things up there. 5 and 3 is 8. 7 and 1 is 8. Excuse me, that works. What now? That one there. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4, a whole row with one number missing. A 5, that's easy. This one's got 2 numbers. It's missing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7. So there's a 1 has to go there, the 7 has to go there. What can go here and here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. So 3 and a 9 have to go there. That can't be a 3 because then you have 7, 9. So it's got to be 1 and 9 makes 10, 7 and 3 makes 10. So it's got to be the 9, and that's 3. And then in here we've got a 1, there's a 1 there, so just use normal Sudoku. Don't even need the thing really. That one's a 1, then we've got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 missing there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get up to 9, am I? Yeah, 8, 9. And 9 missing there, so 9 and 1's 10, 7, that must be missing a 3. Yes, correct. And now just find the missing one in these rows. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we go. That was a relatively easy puzzle and a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed doing that one and learned how to do the double arrows. I don't know why they're called arrows, but you know, I guess because the single arrow, a normal one of these has a single arrow going up to the circle, and they've just put another circle on the other end, so they've called it a double arrow. It's really a stupid name when there's no arrows, but anyway, I didn't name them, so can't blame me for that one. Anyway, I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle.